minority communities.
Yeah.
Even like the Jewish community, that's what superheroes came from the Jewish community,
Yeah.
from them being like outcasts.
When we were born, we come into the world, we come from being fully at home and feeling that release that comes. We have a little shadow of it when we come home at the end of the day, those of you that have a home, and put your feet up or relax or have a cup of tea or whatever that is, that feeling of coming home or coming to a safe space or feeling back at peace or at one. And when we get separated from that, that separation is created by the mind. That is the root.
The thing is about comic book characters, they can live in the same moment as the reader. That's the power behind the characters, comic book characters. Self-identity, me being a black male in America, sometimes you need someone that can uplift you in times of need. And, that character, sometimes can play that role.
Especially when all of the imagery is negative.
Yeah, especially when you have a lot of, negative imagery with the black male in America. It's nice to see someone like the Black Panther, someone that's have a royalty background, that's a king, is wealthy, wise, type of leader that can fight for what he believes in, something that's positive. He has a wife married to Storm.
Storm, the chick from X-Men?
Storm is from X-Men. Storm is from X-Men.
That's why she's black.
Yeah.
Okay.
And and I think that's just another additive of a black family, because she's also a black woman, powerful superhero. They can also is well known like Superwoman, and also Wonder Woman. I have never did anything with a woman figure with the My America series. The reason I chose Wonder Woman was because I believe Wonder Woman was a powerful woman. She wasn't the first, but she was one of the greatest, female characters. This is at the time at World War II, where most women had to do a man's job. So at that time, a woman can do more than just be a housewife. She can work in the factories, be strong just as a man. And I seen that kind of that dialogue with
My guru once said, nobody dies a minute too soon or a minute too late. And if your commitment is to the physical plane, to the E, and that's what's real to you, then, if that's all there is, then longer is better. They may not be, but I mean, I'm just giving you a little metaphor to play with. You know, it's all, because this thing is not conceptual, but I'm playing with concept. I would say that each of us has a curriculum, a soul curriculum that we come to Earth to do. And some of us finish that curriculum in utero, and some of them finish it at 120 years old.
From them being like outcast and segregated and bullied.
But the Jews made a decision not to be outcast anymore, to control how their culture is portrayed. But how come blacks ain't doing it, man?
First of all, the Jewish community didn't have bombs on them in America. The first bombing on American soil was Black Wall Street, but you won't hear about that in history books. They won't teach you that in school, that we already had established communities throughout America, regardless of segregation. You know, they won't tell you the slaves were educated people who have gifts, and they wrote that on a manifest.
They took out Malcolm and Martin before they took out Malcolm and Martin.
They took out Malcolm and Martin
long before that.
Long before then, man.
Yeah.
Took out the Black Panthers.
Yeah.
You know, before then.
Yeah.
Had martial law against the Black Panthers. Have you had a martial law against the KKK? And they still thriving.
Yeah.
Causing chaos in America.
I'm not trying to piss people off. I'm trying to just question someone's, thinking. You know what I'm saying? I mean, artwork is a tool, and it should like spark something in someone's, intellect. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to do this because it's a spiteful shit. I did this stuff before the even scandal was happening.
It's Bill Cosby piece, man.
What you want to know? It's the Dr. Huxtable piece. It's not a Bill Cosby piece, man.
Oh, so now that's how you say it now, huh?
It never has been about Bill Cosby. It's always been Dr. Huxtable. With My America, the first My America, and this My America.
So the first one, that wasn't Bill Cosby?
Nah, it was called Huxtable's Sweater.
So
I always mention Dr. Huxtable. It's just people put.
it's kind of hard not to associate Bill Cosby with Dr. Huxtable.
Yeah, but I mean, you say it's hard to associate Will Smith with Fresh Prince. I'm trying to separate people's thinking about something that's a character and something that's reality. You know what I'm saying? Bill Cosby, he's a real person. He's an actor who played Dr. Huxtable. Dr. Huxtable is a character, something that's fiction. First, Dr. Huxtable piece got accepted to the Museum of Science and Industry. You know what I'm saying? At the museum, people was angry at it because it was shown. People couldn't separate Dr. Huxtable from Bill Cosby. So many people was kind of like upset with it. I think people bumped into it, or I'm not sure if it felt on its own or what, but it caused controversy. Yeah.
But what about this new Captain America piece?
This new Captain America piece is still like it's still like a thread that runs through the first show. I still want to show like Dr. Huxtable is still a powerful figure in the black community. You know what I'm saying? I don't want people to take away the legacy of Dr. Huxtable because of Bill Cosby's actions. I'm not trying to piss people off. I'm trying to just question someone's, thinking. You know what I'm saying? I mean, artwork is a tool, and it should like spark something in someone's intellect. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to do this because it's a spiteful shit. I did this stuff before the even scandal was happening.